right outside the door there. Can you believe it? American robin laid a nest right in a potted plant that I used to keep up there, and I put it out there for the summer, and I watched as a robin built a nest. Have you ever seen a robin build a nest or seen a robin's nest? It's like so perfectly round. Comes, brings the material, and then pushes it around. It's really fascinating. I remember seeing it happen. Two were laid one day, and then the next day there were three. And then about 15 days later, they started to hatch. And I made a video, which you just saw, posted it on Bluesky and Threads, went viral on Bluesky. Have you ever heard that term? Going viral on Bluesky? It's very rare, and I did it. So I'm done with Bluesky now. I've achieved all I can achieve there. It's only down from here. I was thinking about going viral, actually, and how everyone can kind of go viral for like about 24 to 48 hours, and then it just completely disappears, and they think like that is viral, and it's not really what going viral is. I went viral many years ago the old-fashioned way, and I think true viral material is something that never goes away, like a virus. Once you are infected with it, there's nothing you can do to get rid of it, and it just keeps flaring up. So you might have some remission, but then a couple years later, it just becomes a thing again. That's what going viral really is. Having a popular something or another on the internet is just a thing. I don't know what the term is for it. It's just like, I'm not going to coin it now. If I can think of something, I will, but okay, I thought of something. I kind of feel like buzzing might be the best term for it because that's what it feels like. It's buzzing for a bit. There's a sustains, and it makes the person who made it emotionally buzz, and then you kind of feel it trickle out. So buzzing. Anyway, it was popular. It's amazing. I even did a live stream on my Kalina channel where I put a camera up there. I might do that again this week. I've just been busy, so I haven't done it more, but it's kind of fun to do live streaming. Maybe we should do this as a live stream one day. I'm kind of into it. Streamers, I think it's not like it's the future. I mean, now that I'm into it, like 5 years too late, but it's cool and it's fun. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, just going live. Everything needs to happen now and off the head. That's how I do it here. I don't really write down notes of things I'm going to say. It's all just top of the mind. If I start writing notes and I start reading it, it's all stilted and I sound dumber than I already am. Oh man, this intro is way too long. I can't figure this out. Something, I gotta go outside for a few minutes, just clear my mind. I'll be right back. When I'm feeling creatively tapped out, I don't force it. Step away from the screen and walk into my field of ferns. Here's something fascinating. These ferns spread underground through rhizomes, creating massive interconnected colonies. What looks like hundreds of individual plants might actually just be one organism. There's something about being surrounded by all of this connected green life that resets me. Ferns don't need to perform or produce constantly. They just exist and grow at their own pace with the help of their community. By the time I walk back inside, I'm not the same person who left feeling stuck. I'm ready to create again. Yeah, I feel better now. Let's get on with the show. This is the Hotline Show. It's June 15th, 2025, and this is the 66th episode. Welcome back. If you don't know, people call the number. It's in the description below. They leave a message. They ask a question. Usually it's about photography, but it can be about anything, like what kind of animal nest you witnessed and filmed and recorded and then put it on the internet and then went viral. What else is going on? Oh, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/the Hotline Show. If you like the show, you can support it. That's it. Go check it out. I don't want to get too into it, but $2 a month. Just help the show out and we keep going and we don't have to have corporate overlords just telling us what we have to say, and then I'm like, Sony cameras are good, like imagine I had to say that because they paid me. That would be awful. So we all know that they're not good. Okay, so we're going to get into it. Only a couple calls today. We're going to keep it short because we got a lot going on, as always. I'm sure you do too. Let's do it. First call.
Noah, Nate in New Hampshire. Just watched your February 29th, 2024 The Hotline Show about the Safety-back orange yellow jacket. Absolutely brilliant. I've watched upward of 30 of your Hotline shows and this is by far the best. Certainly red diamond quality. Future Noah needs to shut the fuck up. The Safety-back parent company documentary is integral to the success of this Hotline show. And the fact that this Hotline show lasted only 7 minutes 36 seconds. Bravo. How amazing is that? My question, where is your favorite place to visit in New Hampshire? And do you have any photo to show?
Nate in New Hampshire, thanks for the call. You told me this was an AI-generated voice. I get it. Some people don't want to use their real voice. They're wanted by the police or the FBI. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate you going back in time. This is one of the rare kind of pieces of artwork that my earlier stuff is better. I get worse as I go on. Some people get better when they do things more, but these shows get worse as time goes on. But yeah, this Safety-back orange jacket episode, that was really good. Play a little clip right here. Whoa. Did you like that footage? That drone stuff in this jacket. Today is February 29th, 2024. Did it look better? Did I look better? Like I said, it might have, go back. I went back and looked at some of my old videos and some were really good. I don't know what happened. Like, I just can't do it anymore. I can, and I'm just lazy, or like nothing matters. A little bit of all of these things are the reason. New Hampshire, been a bunch of times. I have one really amazing memory when I was a kid, maybe 6 or 7. My grandparents took me and my brother to see the Old Man in the Mountain in New Hampshire. And people who don't know, New Hampshire was known for this rock formation that looks like a face in a mountain. It has since crumbled and fallen away, so it is not there anymore, but I think it's still on the license plates there. I was trying to find photos of us there as kids. I couldn't. I know I have an archive of this stuff, but the early film stuff doesn't come up as easy. But I looked really hard for this. This is like me as a kid in front, like with the Old Man in the Mountain in the distance. Didn't see it. But I did find some New Hampshire stuff, and I was in a town called Rye, New Hampshire, years ago, and I went to a park on the water, and I made this video here. I don't know what this triangle thing was, but it was foggy, and I loved it. I actually went up there for a meeting with the clothing company Timberland. They had done a video about me. Okay, I found the video that Timberland made about me. It was called Into the Trees, and my friend Anthony Crook directed it. He's a very cool video director, music video director. He's done some amazing work. He's done a lot of Mogwai videos. This was a video we would collaborate for a few years together, and he made this. I remember what's interesting about this is at the end, there's a drone shot, and it lifts up above the trees, and I remember Anthony had to find this like drone cinematographer. It was this huge thing, and it was just because it's not like what we have now, DJI, like I could do it in a second, it's just easy. It was like you had to hire a guy who had a drone that could mount a camera on it. And it was the whole thing. You couldn't even get it to work because it was so complicated. Finally got this shot at the end. But, things have gotten better, obviously. I guess that's the point. point of this was I was in New Hampshire visiting Timberland, and I'm going to tell a brief little story about what happened. We were going to do this big shoot. It was going to be amazing, and then I wanted to cast a particular model for the shoot, and they didn't want to, and we got into a fight about it, and then we never spoke again. I had to return money. I don't know. Sometimes we make decisions that are stupid or something. I don't know. I stuck with my guns. I really wanted to work with this one guy. I thought it would be amazing. And they were like, can we do someone else? And I was like, the whole reason you're asking me is because of what I do. And I want to use this guy. And they were like, nope. And I was like, well, and it was a whole thing. And now we'll never work together again. And I lost a client. And that's how this shit works. Nate, thank you for that call. I appreciate it. Hope you continue to enjoy the show. Let's do it. Next call.
Hi, Noah. My name is Sig Boy, and a while back in March, you spoke on the fine line between genius and delusion and elaborated on the fact that you stuck to photography due to your fear of a 9-to-5. I wanted to ask again, how did you make it work? Because, of course, there's always going to be a different definition of making it work in everyone else's eyes, but do you have the 7 other business things going on, like the bros online, or did you simply just take an opportunity one day and not let go? Thanks for listening, and I hope all is well.
Hey, thanks for that call. I can't make out your name. Sig Boy? I don't know. But I appreciate you calling back and following up about the fine line between genius and delusion, and then how I made it work, or how I make it work, or what is work, and how do we define success in any way. I guess I'll start with the question you had, if I have other businesses going on. The answer to that is no. I have dabbled in other things. One time over a winter, I made candles, and I sold homemade candles that smelled like lavender, had a wooden wick. They were really nice. People liked them. Didn't really make that much money, but a little bit, we just make stuff and we sell it, right? We're selling one thing or another, one way or another. And sometimes I'm selling my photography, people buy my photography, and it's not literally just the prints, although I do make money selling prints, they sell my skill at making photographs. So, people buy the pictures that I end up making to use it for whatever they're going to use it for. They call this art buying. They're art buyers, and it's kind of a weird term, but they're essentially just buying the art that will be made. I sold t-shirts once that said Lumberland on it, little things. One time I bought a cabin, and then I had an Airbnb. I was a super host. And, that was fun, and it was a thing. It didn't really make me a lot of money. I did sell it, the cabin, and I made a little there, but I then just paid off my student loans. Just got rid of that, just cleared debt. A lot of being in business for yourself is managing debt, right? So a lot of the times I'm just buying stuff. I'm investing in the potential of a return down the road, and it's slow and it's fucking hard, and you just gotta focus on it, and people are gonna talk you out of it. They're gonna tell you you're crazy. They're gonna tell you you're gonna fail, and a lot of people do. But if you're crazy enough, if you're delusional enough, but no, deep down that maybe you're not, maybe you are a genius, maybe you can figure it out. There's success to be had there. Now, there's tons of circumstances depending on where you live, who you met, all these things. So I can't say what I've done can be applied to anyone else. But, I lived in New York City, where there was a lot of people that I could meet, and, I would find bread and butter opportunities, a job that was a steady gig. It was always freelance, but it was something that I knew could pay me enough to get by, right? And what's getting by? Making sure you can eat, making sure you have a place to stay, making sure all the other bullshit you gotta do, internet, gear, equipment, it's all part of surviving. So just as long as you can cover that, Sometimes you just barely make it. Sometimes it's less. But little by little, photography, it's all about time. Occasionally we have these super genius people who make it when they're 22. That's great. And it exists in every creative field. It's like they come out of nowhere and they blast off and they seem to be super successful. Most people just slog it out over time. Little by little, you build and you save a little and you just do it. And everything just takes some time. So if this is what you're working on, and you believe in yourself, you don't have any other options, or you can't bring yourself to do any other thing, then just stick with it. Do what is required of yourself to make it work. And good luck. I mean, it's not easy. We suffer. It's highs and lows. We've talked about this before. Sometimes, listen, photography, you can make a lot of fucking money sometimes. Like money, I've made money on jobs where I've felt bad. Like I make more money than like a school teacher will make in a whole year. I've made it in a week. It's insane. It's not right. It's not fair. But then, that I don't work for 6 months. So, it's just ups and downs, and this is a stressful life. But, we get to make stuff, and it's the end of the day. It is kind of fun, right? So, thanks for that call again. I hope that's helpful a little bit. Next caller.
Hey, Noah. This is Max Meyer from Fort Wayne. I am a giant fan of the show, as you know. I've just been noticing as you're sort of posting a lot of the longer form kind of meditative video pieces that sort of feeds into your photography, which is also meditative. You just posted the image of a tree, and it's just kind of peacefully in the space with the fog, and knowing that your dad is, again, big into meditation, whether or not there's any correlation between the two. So, hope you're well. Hope you're exploring the world and coping, as we all are. Thanks. Bye.
Max from Fort Wayne. Nice to hear from you again. Thanks for that call. Yeah, you're referring to the Kalina channel, my new sort of ambient, calming landscape photos that you're supposed to just put up as wallpaper on your TV and just relax with it. Just give your room, just don't have a blank TV on the wall. Just turn on YouTube, put that on, just set it, forget it, walk away. And hopefully, you look up every now and then, it brings you some calm. And like you said, my dad is someone who meditates and teaches meditation. Actually, today is Father's Day. Let me give my dad a call. Let me see if he's here. This is totally unscripted. Let's see if he picks up.
Hi.
Hey, Dad.
Hi. What's doing?
I'm recording my show, and I just wanted to wish you a happy Father's Day.
Thanks. That's great. Did you hear what happened today?
Yeah, but let's not get into it because
Because you're recording a show. So I want to tell you one thing. I was cleaning out my, I'm getting, in the middle of my move. I was cleaning out my night table, and I found a book of photos that are from my family, and I took it out for you. I want to give it to you on Sunday. I think you would.
Okay, you mean today?
Huh?
You mean today?
No, Father's Day is tomorrow.
I know, but the show comes out on Sunday, so.
I can't get. Oh, what? You're not coming?
No, I'm coming, but this people are watching it. It's Sunday, and
I don't know what does one thing have to do with the other?
It's okay. I was just gonna say because I'm recording now, but tomorrow is when the show comes out. Today is people are watching now. Today is Father's Day, but you're saying tomorrow. It's confusing.
Are you recording me right now? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. No, you should have given me a heads up.
I know, but that adds to the whole excitement of a live call.
Anyway, thank you so much for the Father's Day wish. And because of Father's Day, I found this album of our family. Take pictures taken all the way from Europe through Brooklyn. I think you would love them, since you're a photographer and you love photos and you like to know about the family. So there you go.
Cool. Well, we'll show it next week.
Okay.
Okay, great. And I'll see you. I'll see you later today. You mean?
Yeah, later today. What time you coming?
I'll be there, by noon or something.
Noon or something. Okay, great. See you later. Bye.
Okay, bye. Well, that went well, and there's my dad. But yeah, Max, thanks so much for that call. And my dad, he's a great guy. Calming. I grew up in a somewhat calm environment. We were always pretty chill people. My mom's very nice. We're all just keep it, So that's, try to do that. I don't want to be a loud asshole on the internet. I mean, I could be. I have been. Don't check my threads replies. But that's it. Yeah, check out the Kalina channel if you haven't, if you're new here. Whatever, I'll leave a description below and put up a thing at the end. That's the show for today. Thank you, everyone. If you're still here, I really appreciate it. Even spending 20 seconds with anything I do means a lot to me. Do the stuff, like, subscribe, call the number. It's in the description below. Check out the Patreon. Help support the show. And we'll see you next week. Maybe.